Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with Iowa's head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Hawkeyes offense will get first crack at it here. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. Last time out, a solid day in a victory. For more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
And I tell you what, this QB, man, he has been the surprise of the season to start so far. Just ascending in play. Got his team in a good spot, playing at a really high level. Palmer, this might be a guy that we say, we might not have been talking about him preseason, but we're talking about him now.
Yeah, and we were talking to him this week before the game. He told us he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder coming into this season. He said, you know, not a lot of people were talking about me. Not a lot of people were...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now, you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back.
This offense has it with really good field position. On the move, it's Marshall. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Keeping his eyes downfield. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Trying to get started. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, it's a foot race. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Great place to start for this offense. Trying to establish the run. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Tough run here. It's Marshall. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Brought down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And in that goal line situation, awesome job by the tight end, winning his one-on-one battle, making an easy target for his QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off play action on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Long way to go on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Second and long here. Selling the fake. Still looking. Jukes his way for more. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Got him on the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snap in the shotgun. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now the lead is down to 11.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, it's Marshall. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Underwood. Finds his target. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And Wolverines will send out the punt unit. On the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Iowa sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. This one's complete. Really nice pickup on that one. To the 36, it'll be first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Handoff for Malton. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Cuts it upfield. It's Marshall. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Underwood. Out wide left, it's Marsh. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped just inside the 30 and the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Holds on, it's Bell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. He's got the 1st down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10. Some misdirection with the counter. All over him immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country and getting the quarterback on the ground.
And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Using his legs. It's Marshall.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So Then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short. Not a good job by this defense.
He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Underwood from the gun on third down. He'll throw it. Another incompletion on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He gets a block. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Grab behind the line. It's Moulton. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He'll set up to throw. Extending the play. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll stop him right there on the return. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Chambers. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Chambers. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 23 team, the Illinois Fighting Illini. And it's the Buckeyes keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
The Hawkeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
To the ground. He's got it again. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Throwing, Underwood. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Complete in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for room. It's Marshall. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Underwood. Got out of trouble and throws. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Right side, it's Buchanan. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to run, it's Marshall. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Right back to it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Here's Underwood to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but How aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give on fourth. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that pass play.
Back to pass on second down. Rush is on. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this.
After the filthy move, he's got room. Touchdown, Iowa! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. He's got his man across the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right side, it's Marshall. Shakes him in, and he might take off. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Using his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
From deep, it's Jones. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Hawkeyes sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Long way to go on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go back to the air on second down. Out wide right, ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Here's a gift to Malton. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. On the move. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism when picking up the first down.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game. Trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there. Being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Making the adjustment. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Nowhere to go. And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
The Hawkeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unloads it left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Enough to move the chains. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Give to the back. Pick up the 5. It's now 2nd and 5. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick give. It's Marshall. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Throwing, Underwood. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
4th down, Underwood. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. 2nd and long here. On the run, it's Marshall. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Fresh set of downs going up top. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second and 10, he'll throw again. He's taking the deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen, and they're going to move up the charts. But the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad